Lord, there goes Johnny Appleseed. He might pass by on the hour of need. There's a lot of soul and drinking from the well, locked in a factory. There goes Martin Luther King. Notice how the door closes when the chimes of freedom ring. I hear what you're saying, I hear what he's saying. Is what was true now no longer so. I hear what you're saying, I hear what he's saying. You're after good money. Summertime sun fall on the apple. Lord, there goes a Buick 49, black sheep with the angels riding down the line. We think there is a soul. We don't know. That soul is hard to find. Down the road, down the road. If you're after getting the honey, then you don't go killing all the bees. That's what the people are saying.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Rebel Songs Podcast, episode 101. Welcome to the few and far between punk rock A to Z series. I am on letter J, obviously. That was Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros with Johnny Appleseed. I have some more Joe coming up. I think one more studio track and a couple live songs that sound absolutely amazing. And I will also discuss 2 horror movies that I watched that begin with the letter J. See how smart that is right there? But first, I want to talk about what we've been doing here every Sunday in the household. We watch the most ridiculous 80s slasher and horror movies. I guess you can kind of clump those into one genre of movie. So we're watching all these ridiculous 80 movies that we can get our hands on. I will rattle off a few that I think are worth your time. I'm not sure if they're on Netflix or not, because shit is constantly moving around on Netflix, coming in and coming off. So if it's not, go to rebelsongspodcast.com and you'll find a link to what I'm talking about. But first do a Netflix search, and if you can't find it on there, I'm always reliable for links and shit. So let's see, what was the first movie? Oh, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I posted a picture of this first movie. It's called Frankenhooker. I believe it was filmed in 89, but it was released in 90. It still has a really good 80s feel to it. Amazing fucking movie. Should be well known more than it is. I don't want to give too much away. It's really cheesy, but it's really fucking good. And it's kind of a love story, but in a kind of ridiculous way. Anyway, there's another movie with a very, very ridiculous and cheesy murder weapon. I am not gonna give it away. You have to watch to figure it out. That movie is called Aerobicide, also known as Killer Workout. If you want to find out what that murder weapon is, you'll also be presented with lots of girls in skimpy tights, shaking their shit in Rhonda's gym. lots of skin. And The Burning, which is another movie, which was very Friday the 13th-ish, but very much worth a watch. So check those out. I'll have links and shit. Let's get back to the music.
Taking you out of my pillbox, I should report you to the FDA. Thought it would die when you said goodbye, but I ain't been sick all day. You used to be my private cure-all, a placebo for my brain. You were fine, but so free. She's coming back to town, I'll see her next week. Pick her up in my Chevy, make them sail on. Smells like cotton candy, something's really wrong. Jenny is a clown, she looks really happy. Inside is a frown, she feels really crappy. In my Chevy, me and Jenny crash my Chevy, cost a penny. Jenny is a carny, she's a fucking clown. Only get to see her when the circus is in town. Second time I crashed a Chevy, Jenny died, goodbye Chevy. Jenny was a clown, now she's fucking dead. In the new Chevy, maybe when it's red. In my Chevy, my red Chevy, it's just me, there is no Jenny.
Those first two tracks were from the Joneses' Pillbox and Looks So Good. The last two tracks were from the Jims, Goodbye Jenny and I Wanna Be Nick Jagger. Let's talk about another 80s movie. This one starts with a J. It's called Just Before Dawn. It came out in 1981. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the year 1981, where all great things were created, including me. Of course, I'm just kidding. This is an 80s slasher, backed by an awesome 80s horror movie score. This shit is where my heart is. I love this kind of movie. I read up on this before watching it, and of course it reminds me of Friday the 13th, which a lot of these old movies do. I knew right away that I was gonna fucking like this. One of the first fucking characters you see is Mike Kellen, who is also in one of my favorite movies, Sleepaway Camp. I think he was in the first one, but the second one is probably my favorite, which unfortunately was his very last movie before he died in 1983. There isn't a whole lot to say about Just Before Dawn or any type of these movies. Either you love them or you hate them. There's probably a reason why this one isn't considered a classic, but I really enjoyed it. In my opinion, there could have been more gore, and there definitely wasn't enough slashing going on. The very last murder was one of the best I've seen in ages. I've never seen anything like that one. It was definitely an oh shit moment. Oh, wow. I still think about that one. You know how I love my murders. I love them fucking creative and extra fucking gory. So, in these 80s slashers, all the kids do really dumb shit, and this movie is no exception. But I think that's part of the charm of these types of movies. So check that one out, Just Before Dawn. Of course, I'll have links up on the podcast website. And right now, I've got more Joe Strummer doing some of my favorite Clash songs. And then I've got one from his Streetcore album. Check this shit out. It's really, really fucking good.
Alright, your vocals got to be warmed up by now, because we're going to need them now. And this is at fever pitch, so please Don't back off. Let it rip a little, it's good for your lungs. And try and spit the blood bits on the floor, not on your girlfriends. Okay. This is entitled, I've Been Running, Police on My Back. Eddie Grant! Thanks for nice singing there. And this one's going out to Stella. On the roots of the 19 bud. On the roots someone for a purpose. Rudy can't fail on. Went to the market, realized my soul. What I need, I just don't have. Words they cursed, then they pressed me till I heard. Rudy can't fail. Someone for a savior, Rudy can't fail on now. Now we got a ruler, a reckless, and we be looking cool and speckless, and we be drinking brew for a breakfast. Rudy can't fail on now. Went to the market, realized my soul. What I need, I just don't have. Till I
Tennessee. Down with the dreads, got a lot of reasoning in a dreadhead. Down in the street. Falling out of the sea, carving on the tablet of LSD. I'm in Tennessee. Down in the street, the blood is rushing down on the gravel to a beat. Down in the pit. We need to eat, we gotta chew it over with our wisdom teeth.
Chuffing.
Alright, those first 3 tracks were Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros, Police on My Back, Rudy Can't Fail, and Get Down Moses. 2 JFA songs with JFA and We Know You Suck. Let's get into another movie now. One that's from my Louisiana horror movie list. It's called Jezebel. Came out in 2014, or was released on DVD in 2014. I don't fucking know. The storyline? I'm gonna fucking read it to you, because I'm not gonna explain this shit. Returning to her childhood home in Louisiana to recuperate from a horrific car accident, Jezebel comes face to face with a long, tormented spirit that has been seeking her return and has no intention of letting her escape. IMDb rating of 5.4. The only thing I read about this was a partial review that said the beginning moves a little slow, and I stopped the reading right there. As you know, I love when movies move quick, but sometimes a lot of development is needed, so I ain't gonna hate on slow moving shit 100% of the time. I think that in this day and age, we love shit that moves fast. Like 15-second videos and 6-second videos are all that we can fucking handle. Like sometimes like an Instagram video, 15 seconds is too long and I just keep fucking scrolling. But sometimes I think for myself, it's good to just slow down a little bit. Take it back to old school when waiting for shit was just part of life. Sometimes I feel myself getting irritated, you know, like when something takes like a second too fucking long and it doesn't start playing right away. I have to sit back and be like, well, you're a fucking spoiled motherfucker. Anyways, even though I love my fast-paced horror movies with tons of blood, guts, and brains splattering in every direction, it's good to have some balance once in a while. That's just my opinion. And another opinion of mine is that this movie doesn't move slow at all. All kinds of strange shit starts happening right from the beginning of the movie. And things just keep happening one right after the other. This is the kind of movie that gives you clues, and you kind of have to start piecing this shit together on your own. If you're good at predicting things like I am, you'll know a few things that are gonna happen, but there are quite a few surprises in there for everyone, even if you are good at predicting shit. I've seen 100,000 horror movies, so predicting stuff becomes very, very easy. With this one, you got your typical Louisiana spooky movie, swamp water, mossy shit hanging from trees, an old house, ghosts and voodoo. Speaking of swamp water, I would never, ever, ever, ever be able to climb in any water where shit would just be touching you all the time. Well, first of all, it has fucking animals in it that fucking eat you. But I can only imagine how squishy the bottom of like swamps feel. Even when I'm swimming in the ocean or lakes around here, if seaweed touches my legs, I freak out and I start running to the fucking shore. I know it's probably 99% of the time seaweed, but I still cannot manage to keep myself under control. And I know I'm not the only one because I see other people do it too. Anyway, even though there's a lot of stuff going on in this movie, it keeps you guessing and trying to figure out what's going on. And it puts itself together really nicely at the end. I enjoyed the movie, and whoever said this movie's slow, I don't know, just a fucking jackass. Just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Fuck them all! Just some kind of thing that makes me punch through walls. My life is not my own, my time is locked. Chained up on your every hope, it never stops. You can't believe everything you see when you're talking at me constantly. It's in the toss, mark months upside down, crushed by your lunch at a total loss. Fighting of the world, and uncontrollable desire to strike out first. You read it in the news, or seen it on TV. I'm here to say destroying you begins with me. Been thrown aside, stirred in suicide. We're plummeting, live side by side. Target annihilate. The candidate is the entire human race. I don't care what's wrong with what I want. I'm not cool, so who are you? I'll say you'll be shot. You can't believe everything you see when you're talking at me constantly. Target annihilate. The candidate is the entire human race. You watch your back. You watch your back. You watch your back. Tonight in the light, I won't pretend. I've been lonely for too long. The silent road I traveled on. I changed the world, I'd have to say, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what you did. Hate myself like others did. Left me afraid of everything. I don't wanna talk about it, but this just can't wait anymore. You just don't know how it feels, pretending everything's not real. I changed the world, I never said, but I'm afraid. Change the world, I'd have my say, though I hate them anyway. Change it all, but I'm afraid. So now I see it's no big deal. I make stupidity just as real. I would've told you long ago, but I was afraid. Red up counter saying to the red up dead and the sun. Don't get what you know of things. Slow is not your way, so they LA girl, LA world, on top and I don't come back to where LA girl, LA world, you can create a scene. We don't care, we can't see why. We don't live our lives to keep you satisfied. Stuck in a world of dreams and kid. My life started all night then. I'm an answer that every night and it all succeed. I wanna be alive. LA girl, LA world, don't tell me that I go to mental world. LA girl, LA world, you can create a scene. People try to say too young, red on chatted and the sun. Don't get what you know what the world is back to it so deep. LA girl, LA world, don't tell me that I go to mental world. LA girl, LA world, you can create a scene. More than sleazy makeup, fuck every guy in town. Your life's a total mess up. Why the hell you hang around? LA girl, you bring me down. LA girl, LA world, don't tell me that I go to mental world. LA girl, LA world.
I went to Reno, I bet it all on black. Dad's El Camino, ain't gonna make it back, but I had some You got thoughts that betray what you feel. You got a pulse that's in a race to the end. You gotta self-destruct every time you heal. You gotta run because you're dead if you stay. You gotta kneel because you eat what you pray. You are the time of a life that's been lying in the gutter, looking up at the sky. Don't ask twice. We're gonna find something to believe. We're gonna die. The way we live, never saying sorry for what we had to do to get by. Betray the one that always had your back. Look to the sun for what's in front of your face. You are the gun in the hand of a fool, pointed at the one that showed you up in the air. We're alright. Don't ask twice. We're gonna find something to believe. We're gonna die. The way we live, never saying sorry for what we had to do to get by and take it undone. We're gonna find a new religion. Let's see the light in the darkest hour when you think that you have no one. We're alright, just don't ask twice. We're gonna find something to believe. We're gonna die. The way we live, never saying sorry for what we had to do to get by and take it undone. A new religion. And see the light in the darkest hour when you think that you have no one. When you think that you have no one.
Okay, 3 tracks from Jughead's Revenge, No Apologies, Afraid, and LA Girl. Jason Cruz and Howl with 2 tracks, Reno and War Song. If you guys end up watching any movies that I've ever fucking talked about, let me know what you thought, because I really do care what you guys fucking think about, and what you guys like, and what you guys are digging. I hope you guys enjoyed this punk rock A to Z letter J. I promise I won't make you wait that long for another installment. I had put together this episode before and I lost it. It just fucking vanished. It disappeared into thin air. If you have any requests for the letter K, fucking get at me, rebelsongspodcast.com. Everything you need to know is on that site. Contact information or info@rebelsongspodcast.com. All the links and shit on the website, all my social media. Let's see. Okay. If you have trouble finding me, one thing you can do is just Google Rebel Songs Podcast. I'm sure all my stuff will come up because Google is a fucking genius. And I am leaving you now with more Joe Strummer covering my favorite Bob Marley song.
Old pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. So won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs, redemption songs. Old pirates, yes they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. So won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, these songs of freedom. 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, these songs of freedom, these songs of freedom.